This conference will now be recorded.
So we are learning about company creation process. In that company creation process, we learned vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. Okay, fine. So just give me 1 minute. Fine. Okay. Fine. Now, in that new company creation process, we did it purchase order, sales order, and vendor invoice, vendor payment. That is customer invoice only. Let me open this one. We have created APL company. APL company. So last Friday we understood one is payment journal, vendor payment journal. Here it is vendor cash payment journal we learned. In the same manner for customer payment also, customer payment journal we learned, but this is customer cash payment. Okay, bank payment it is not exist because in the here we don't have bank because we have not created any banks. We have not created any banks. Okay, now let us create one bank account in the APL company, cash and bank management, collapse all, bank accounts, bank accounts. This is client bank accounts, it is not there. Let me create one bank. Suppose Punjab National Bank, PNB. Punjab National Bank, suppose Chandanagar. Punjab National Bank, CH, Chandanagar. So Punjab National Bank, Chandanagar branch. Something. And account number you need to enter. You have entered account number. And main account is mandatory. You need to map main account. Okay, we have created main account. Fine. Now bank account is created. Bank account is created. Okay. So same bank, like same ledger account, don't map. I'm creating another bank, suppose SBI. SBI here, suppose Dilshuk Nagar. Okay, so map the main account. Don't select the same account, select another bank, another ledger account. Always try to make two different ledger accounts is a best practice. Okay, so SBI Dilshuk Nagar. Something. Okay, while creating bank, you have option. One is advanced bank reconciliation. If you enable this advanced bank reconciliation, you cannot disable. So the advanced bank reconciliation allows you to import and reconcile the bank statements with the bank transactions. After it is activated, it cannot be turned off. Whether you want, yes, I'm proceeding. So if it is activated, you cannot deactivate. Okay. So two banks created. One is Punjab National Bank, another one is SBI. SBI have mapped advanced bank reconciliation. What is this advanced bank reconciliation? I will explain you later. Now, Punjab National Bank. In this bank, we have options in the setup. So the first step is we are learning today cash and bank management module. In this, we are creating bank account. Create a bank.
So, sorry to bother you, sir. So, when you create a bank account mapping main account, so do we need to have a separate main account for each bank, or we can have a by the currency we can have the one main account? What's the best practice?
By each currency, in reality, in outside, suppose I'm in India, I have two bank accounts. One is INR bank account, another one is US dollars bank account. Definitely, two bank accounts will have two different account numbers. One will not be managed. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that is the one.
No,
But
no, I'm
Europe,
saying
yes,
if we
please.
have a bank account in say Punjab National State Bank of India and everything in INR, so that both account can be mapped in one main account, isn't it?
But actually, that is not the best practice.
Okay.
So why I'm telling this one? Suppose go to trial balance. If you go to trial balance, general ledger, inquiries and reports, trial balance. If you generate trial balance, if it is showing two main accounts, two bank accounts, that's good. If it is combined, suppose if it is combined two bank accounts together and it is showing the balance in one ledger account, if I want to see Punjab National Bank Amirpet, Punjab National Bank Chandanagar separately, can you see?
You can't.
You cannot separate it. Am I right?
Yep.
But if you want to combine, you can combine at any point of time by simply some formulas.
Yep.
See,
Yep.
all are, if it is merged, you cannot separate it. It is very difficult to separate for each and every transaction. If it is
So,
separate transaction there, you can combine together and you can generate reports. Agree?
yep. So best practice is create a separate main account for each bank account.
Exactly right.
Okay. Thank you.
Exactly right. That is the best practice. Okay. If you combine together, it will create problems for you. If you in future, if you want to separate it, you cannot.
Yep. Got it.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Now, so bank account is created. Create a bank account. Create a bank account and the map currency. Main account. First thing is main account you need to create. You need to map it, and then currency is the most important. Currency is the most important. But in Europe, suppose Switzerland. In Switzerland, you can use Swiss crowns. Switzerland's currency is Swiss crowns, and euros also you can use it. In the same Swiss crowns and euros also can be used in the same bank. So then you can allow additional currency checkbox. If you select this checkbox, it will allow you multiple currencies in the same transaction, in the same bank account. This is for Europe, not for India. For all other countries, it will be blank like this. Only for Europe countries you can enable, because if it is suppose in UK, you can use GBP, Great Britain pound, you can use euros, you can use GBP. Either one you can use it. In Switzerland, you can use Swiss crowns and you can use euros. In that case, you need to enable this checkbox. If you don't want, remove this checkbox.
So
Clear?
where is it showing, sir? It's allow the transaction addition. So if
Yeah,
we
while doing transaction, if it is like
we
this,
can
you are
we
doing any
can select.
transaction, it will throw error message. Got it? Vendor payment, customer payment.
No, we if we are doing the vendor or customer payment, we can do we have the option for the selecting the euro or pound.
Yes.
So that's for the enabling this second option for addiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in India, it is not possible. So in India, if I have INR account, can I deposit US dollars in my account? No,
No.
it is not possible at all. But in Europe, Swiss crowns, 1 euro equal to, there will be fixed Swiss crowns that will be converted and will be posted. It is fixed for them. But whereas when in our India, it is not possible because it is fluctuated. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now bank account created, main accounts mapped, currency is mapped. Next, checks. So in the setup tab, layout area page, check. Here we have methods. One is free, one is fixed. First, let me show you fixed one. If you select fixed one, then format is, there are so many formats. Nowadays, US format is the format for majority countries, US check format. We have German check format, UK check format, Spanish, Mexican, Canadian, French, US payroll. Different. Usually this is a fixed check format. Okay, and layout, you need to enter paper length 272 mm, and here the starting point 2 mm, and number of copies 2. So this is standard setup I have mapped. Okay, what is this? I will explain you. Okay, this setup we have done. One is fixed method. Methods, there are two methods. One is fixed and one is free. What is the difference between these two? I will explain you. So format you need to select. Usually nowadays across the globe they are using only one format, US check format, and some other countries has different format. India also will follow US check format. Okay, so if you know, like in olden days, the checks means different sizes will be there. Nowadays it is only one method. Earlier when I have, like in State Bank of India, the method is there like this. Nowadays not this one. Every bank has format like this. Let me show you this one. Nowadays the format is this one. Every bank is following the same size. Check leaf size is not changed. In olden days there is different. In I have SBI bank account in 2004-2005. The check is like this. State Bank of India check. At that time I have only SBI. Now it is like this one. So every bank, like the leaves are like unified for across globe. That format is US check format. Okay, so it was map 272 mm. 2 mm is their starting portion. This is paper length. The paper length, it is 2 mm. I have configured. So what is the method we have used? Fixed. Then if it is fixed, we have negotiable instruments, check numbers. Otherwise I'm cancelling. Otherwise you can go to manage payments, related information, checks. You can click on here, create checks. So the starting check number, it is 89001. Okay, how many leaves I have received? 10 leaves. That means I have received a checkbook from the bank 89001, 89001, 89002, 89003. Those things it is creating automatically. If you click OK, it is created. Okay. So the method of payment setup layout, in the layout you need to define layout and you need to make fixed one. If it is a fixed, then it will allow you to generate check numbers from negotiable instruments or manage payments related information checks. You can click on create checks here like this. Starting check number and how many leaves you have received, that check numbers you need to define. Automatic
Where,
check tab. Yeah.
sorry, which tab the layout model is in bank account? It's in a new creation itself.
So manage like setup
Mhm.
layout area page check. I'm
Okay.
writing one.
Yeah.
That is anyhow I need to write down. So bank account, here setup tab, and then layout area page, check button. Okay, check setup. Check setup. This one you can do like this. Okay, check layout setup. You can do it. Fine. Next, creation of checks. Create checks. There are two options. Bank account setup tab, negotiable instruments, checks, check numbers, negotiable instruments, check numbers. Otherwise, are bank account setup tab, not setup tab, manage payments tab. This next one is manage payments tab. Manage payments tab, related information area page, related information area page, checks button. Once again, create checks button. Manage payments, related information checks button, create checks button. And you need to do it. Understood? Any doubts in this one? Now, once it is defined, once it is available, this checks. Now I'm doing method of payment check. Accounts payable, collapse all, payment setup, methods of payment, So click on new check payment. Check payment. Here I'm defining bank transaction type is mandatory, offset account type bank, and check number is mandatory. Okay, these three check boxes we have enabled. These three check boxes. One is bank transaction type. It is not mandatory actually. This is not required. Leave it. Offset account type bank. Offset account type bank. Check number is mandatory. These two are enough. Bank transaction type also, if you want, you can make it. That will discuss later. First, let me focus on that. These two. Offset account type bank and check number is mandatory. So next one is methods of payment. Methods of payment, you need to do it. It is in accounts payable module. Payments, methods of payment. Payment setup. It is payment setup. Methods of payment. Okay, here once again you need to expand the formats and you need to select the setup. So you need to select check method from left side to right side and save and close and export format. You can select method of payment check. So this button you will not find, majority times you will find here, but the button is here. You will not observe like there is a button here. Okay, setup button. You need to select the method of payment check. So method of payment is created. Now we will do the vendor bank payment. If you want to do vendor bank payment, one journal name should be created. Let me create a journal name. Already earlier it was created one bank journal name. Now we are creating vendor bank payment. Earlier customer payment we did it. Sorry, vendor cash payment we did it. Now we are doing vendor bank payment. So where have to go? Vendor bank payment. Journal name where have to create?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can't we use payment journal for making bank payment also?
We can use it. We can use it.
Right?
It is, if you want different number sequence, you can create differently. If you want to use the same number sequence for cash and bank, you can use that one. Yes, you are right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So if you are, suppose I'm going to accounts payable, collapse all, payments, vendor payment journal. I can use cash payment journal only. Go to lines, the number sequence will be continued. 002 vendor cash payment. Okay, you can use if you want. There is no restrictions. So 500. Now method of payment check. And in the method of payment check, we have option accounts payable, collapse all, payment setup, method of payment check. Click on edit. If you want, you can select bank. In the general tab, you can select account type, Punjab National Bank. Then what happens if you select check method, automatically it will be filled these details. Got it? So if you want separate number sequence, for cash payment and bank separately, you need to create two different journal names. If you want to use only one vendor payment, simply without cash or bank bifurcation, vendor payment, you can create only one journal name. Got it? Okay, fine. Now I'm using the same number sequence. So now generate payments, method of payment check, bank account, Punjab National Bank. Click OK. Now it is coming automatically 89001 because in the bank I have created check numbers. In the bank account I have created check numbers. The first check number, whatever it is there, that number it is coming automatically. So if it is a method fixed, if it is fixed method, it will allow you to create and automatically it will choose the first check number. The first check number. And I told you, if you have any printer connection, you need to select document and you need to select screen. Otherwise, it will be waste of your papers. Now it will take 1 minute time. Let it be generate. It is printing. It is generating the from the to the screen. If these SSRS reports are configured properly, it will show you. Otherwise, it will not show. It will throw error message like unable to find the path. This is a printing of the check. Now it is generated. It is print out. It is there already. So if you want, you can use this print out. $500. So this design you need to take help from your developer, and this should be adjusted properly. Alignments should be done with the help of developer, because you need to collect the check leaf from the client and you need to do the adjustment. Now the status is sent. Now you can do the post. Now if you go to the bank account, if you refresh, check is paid. Understood? This is the vendor name, a vendor code, and amount. It is 500 and check is paid. Clear? Any doubts in this one? If you want separate number sequence, you need to create accounts payable collapse all. Where is the number sequence create? Journal names, where we can create journal names?
Accounts payable setup journal name.
Journal setup.
General ledger. Journal setup.
Journal names.
Journal names.
You need to create new journal name if you want. Suppose vendor bank payment. What is the type? Last Friday vendor
disbursement.
Yes, exactly. So we have vendor cash payment, vendor bank. If the customer wants separate number sequence, they want separate number sequence, see vendor bank payment, go to lines, number sequence only, nothing here. Vendor bank payment. Clear? Any doubts in this?
Okay, so what is the type we choose for a customer, the receivables, like customer cash payment,
Customer, this
customer
one there
payment?
is no. So vendor disbursement. For vendor payments, it is vendor disbursement. For customer payments, it is a customer payment. Okay. So for customer also, if you want customer bank payment separately, you can create customer bank payment. This customer bank payment. Sorry, this it is not allowing. The reason behind
Already created.
already earlier it was created. That is not the one. We need to create new one. Customer bank payment. And I need to map continuous. This is continuous. Okay, customer bank payment. Like this, you can create. So let me create one journal name for customer bank payment, accounts receivable, collapse all, payments, customer bank payment journal, click on new, select customer bank payment, go to lines. Now, one more, we need to create method of payment check. Let me take duplicate. Check method of payment, check method of payment, accounts receivable, collapse all, payment setups, methods of payment, accounts receivable side, different check, check receive. Deposit slip is mandatory, payment reference is mandatory, offset type bank. And here we can select bank if you want, you can select bank and then Punjab National Bank. Now we are selecting customer. For customer payment, it is customer credit. Suppose $450. Now if you select method of payment check, automatically it is coming. And without these numbers, if you are trying to post, it will throw error message. Offset account, like a payment reference is mandatory and deposit slip is mandatory. Understood? So payment reference number you need to enter. That is check number. What is the check number you have received? Use deposit slip. Now you can. Clear? Any doubt in this till now? So if you go to the bank, then in this manage payments related information, deposit slips, it is blank. Whatever we did it is blank, because for this we have not done generate deposit slip. It is blank. So you need to click on functions, deposit slip, click OK. This is for printout. I don't want printout. I'm canceling. It is there now. Now, if you go to the deposit slips, if you refresh, that deposit slip number is available. Understood? Now, let me go to the bank, another bank, cash and bank management, bank accounts. Suppose SBI Drishik Nagar Bank. If you go to setup, check layout, I'm making free, not fixed. Earlier it is fixed. Now I'm making free 272 mm and 2 mm. Number of copies 2. Method is US check format. Now it is free. If it is free, you cannot enter checks, but you cannot create check numbers. And you can go to manage payments. You can go to checks, create checks. You can enter, okay, but it will not be. Now, if it is free method, what is the advantage? It is a free method. This is method free. Method free. If it is a method free, then let me do one more payment. Vendor payment. Vendor payments. Method is free. Check method is free. I'm clicking on new. Sorry. What I'm doing. This mistake. Give me a minute. Vendor payment journal. Click on new. Vendor bank payment. Lines. So, like vendor, select the vendor account and enter amount, suppose $255. Now, method of payment check. Then automatically bank details are filled. Now, if you go to generate payments, now click on OK. It is now SBI. 1 second. I need to map to SBI check. Check method is SBI. I mean to say SBI Bank. SBI Bank. Generate payments. Generate payment. SBI Bank. Now, if you click on OK, system will allow you to enter check number here. If it is fixed, you cannot enter. Understood? The difference between method of payments, like check methods, one is fixed, one is free. If it is fixed, you are creating a check numbers and you are selecting that check numbers. If it is a free, you are selecting whatever the check number you want. Got it?
Sir, once it is fixed, we can make it free, sir. The same account.
Sorry, come again.
once we have fix the to one bank account, then we can again make it free.
Yeah, we can make it. Let me try that one. I will make it free. So it is unable to find the path, no issues. It is generated. You can post. Now your question is, I will go to the bank, Punjab National Bank, and I want to change from layout, fix it to free. Am I right? That is your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So usually we will not do like that, but if it is changed, what happens? Let me try. This is I have not tried. Let me try.
But I tried, sir, yesterday. But
Sorry.
I tried yesterday, but I got a error. I'm not able to enter the manually. Yesterday I tried.
We'll see. We'll see now. Okay. Photo lines. Punjab National Bank. Generate payments. Click on OK. Now it is available free.
Sir, bank account you need to select.
Okay, 1 second. It is mistakenly Punjab National Bank. Generate payments. I need to select Punjab National Bank. Yes, you are correct. Click OK. Now it is allowing Punjab National Bank. You can select. Let me try to select two. The problem is if it is fixed method, if it is free, like let me proceed free. What is the message? Is not available. So if it is free, already existing numbers you need to delete. Now you can go to manage payments. Free means you need to feed, you need to enter. Suppose you want to delete this one, you can delete this check and 89002 89002 and click. You can click on OK. It is deleted. Now I can enter manually, like generate payments, Punjab National Bank, and now I can enter manually 89002. It is not there, and I can click OK. Now it will allow you.
If it is the case, if we enter a different check number, that will allow.
You can, system will allow you any number. If it is free, you can enter any number. It will not allow you duplicate.
Okay.
Free means whatever the check numbers you want, you can enter. Understood?
Yep. But that should not be when we change from fixed to free. The whatever we enter during the free check number should not be listed under the fixed check number.
Yeah, if it is fixed actually.
Yep. Yep.
If it is fixed one, the check numbers whatever you have created, you need to delete it and you need to enter manually. That's it.
Thank you.
Sir, just now you showed the list of the checks issued.
Come again. Come again.
The window of list of the checks issued. In that only the vendor number is coming. Can we get the vendor name also in the list?
Okay. So here I want
Yeah.
account name. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So right click, insert columns, name. Let me enter star. Recipient name.
It is not listed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can move also. You can do the whatever the shuffling you want, you can move it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
In some places it will come, in some places you have to have patience, and it will be like cursor will be changed and you can move it. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Understood now? And if it is manage payments, deposit slips, it will show you the deposit slip. So vendor payment, customer payment through cash, through bank, we understood. We understood cash and bank and everything we understood. Now, so if it is one is you need to remember, if it is vendor payment, it is the journal name is, journal type is vendor disbursement. If it is a customer payment, it is customer payment only. If it is invoice journal, then what is the type? Suppose I'm going to do invoice journal, accounts payable module, collapse all, invoices, invoice journal. I want to click new, journal name is not there. Okay, now let me create journal name for invoice journal. Can anyone guess?
Vendor invoice recordings at the type will be.
Exactly right. So here the type is vendor invoice recording.
So this is for register the vendor invoice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Invoice journal. So this is for invoice journal. Accounts payable, invoices, invoice journal. The first form you learned when I'm providing training. This is the first screen I have explained to you. Am I right?
Yep.
You can proceed. You can proceed. This you know already. So the type is vendor invoice recording. Next, if you want to create journal in general ledger, collapse all, journal entries, general journals. I want to create one more journal name here. It's not there. So for that, you need to create a journal name. It is called JV or daily journal.
What?
It is
Sorry,
type
what is this for? Sorry.
daily journal. This one.
Okay. General journal. Yep.
Yes, general journals. Then it is daily journal. Type is daily. So it is most important journal types. This is your duty, primary duty. then automatically journals will be shown.
It is recommended to have each general type to have a separate sequence number as well, isn't it?
Yes, yes. It should be. It should be different journal names for different. Suppose here I want to write off journal separately. You can create one more journal name, write off.
Right of channel. Yeah.
If you want, suppose credit note separately, like vendor payment credit note, customer credit notes, customer discount separate journal name. You can create the journal name the way you want.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yeah, please.
Sir, while company creation, we did first second step as number sequences. So we understood that some 450 number sequences get generated.
Hmm.
So those are not generals, number sequences for generals?
No, no. Those are for transactions like sales order, purchase order, vendor payment. Suppose sales order, purchase order, packing slip, product receipt, invoice, there is purchase order invoice, sales order invoice, sales quotation. For all those things, it was created. For financial journals, you need to create one by one journal names.
Those are voucher numbers, correct, sir?
Thank you, sir.
That
Thank
was
you, sir.
created.
So one real-time scenario question. So when we create in a real-time environment, when you are working in organizations, when they create they should have a data package created for this one, isn't it? So in case they have to create say customer group, item group, channel name, and things like that. In a real time, they will have a data package and then they will upload. In this case, who will do that? It's a functional consultant job or anyone else job?
Yes, so for that we can use data management framework, workspaces, data management.
Yep.
Which one you can
My question is, who generally does that functional consultant, isn't it?
So functional consultant can do it. Functional consultant can do it. But suppose the customer's data you are importing, then in the customer data there is 3 fields are added, new fields added. Those fields are you cannot do it. Am I right?
Yeah. So if it is not included as a default, yes, I can't do it. Yep.
Exactly. For that, you need to take help from developer, or if you are a techno-functional consultant, you can add that setups by going into the table level mappings.
Okay.
So all those things will be covered actually actually that as per the process, it is techno-functional consultant. So 300. In 300, it is 60% functional, 30-40% technical. So if you are able to manage, you can do it. Otherwise, you need to take help from your colleague. Functionally, I can handle 70%, 60-70% subject, 30% wherever it is required, I'm not expertise. Then I need to depend on the technical consultant. Understood?
Okay. Understood.
Yeah. Fine. Any more questions related to this area first? Any? Okay. Fine. Journal names created. Invoice journal we have created. We have created invoice journal. Okay. Now tomorrow I'm going to teach you about. So next one is invoice journal. Okay. Next tomorrow I'm going to teach you about like invoice validation. What is this invoice validation means? While doing purchase order, accounts payable, purchase orders, all purchase orders. It is created some more purchase orders yesterday for some other batch, no problem. So while doing invoice, while generating invoice, match details you are clicking, am I right? Invoice matching or update matching. What is that? Till now you have not, you don't know about that one. That's what I'm going to teach you tomorrow. Invoice validation. What is this invoice validation? First one, you are creating a purchase order. At the time, you are entering item, you are entering quantity, and you are entering price. That is purchase price. Am I right? You are entering item, you are selecting item, you are entering price, quantity, and price. Now, at the time of invoice, suppose item 1000, quantity 10 quantity, and you have entered at the rate of 900. Vendor will generate the invoice copy and he will send the invoice copy. Am I right? Am I right? You will receive material and you will receive invoice copy from the vendor. Now, vendor has given item number 1000. Quantity is not 10. It is, sorry, 10 only. But price he has given 920. So, this is at the time of purchase order. At the time of purchase order and at the time of invoice. There is a difference. Yes, is it happens?
Guys, price variance.
There is a chance, am I right? This variance, whether I need to allow or not, we need to decide. The company level, what is the percentage of the variance should be allowed? That you need to define in the system. If you are not defined, then if it is 900.01, if it is comes, it will not allow you to post a transaction. If you are not mapped any deviations, you are not mapping any deviations. I want to receive exactly 900 means 900 only. Then it is price variance is 0. It is price variance mapped 0. Then if you receive like this, it will throw error message. Suppose you have mentioned 1%. You have mentioned 1%. Then up to 909, it will allow you without any errors. So 1% means $9. It will allow you. This is
Tolerance we
called,
have to set up, correct, sir?
yes, please.
Tolerance we have to set up.
Yes, purchase price tolerance. It is called purchase price tolerance. If you map purchase price tolerance, then it will allow you to proceed. Whatever the percentage you want, you can map it. This is purchase price tolerance. In the same manner, total price variance. Total amount variance. Suppose you have mentioned 1%. So system will verify at the time of purchase order what is the total. At the time of invoice, what is the total? Is it matching or not? It will verify. That is total amount variance. So where we can map this one means in the accounts payable module, collapse all, setup, accounts payable parameters, accounts payable parameters. So here invoice validation, you can map invoice total matching. Invoice total matching. If you enable, and you need to mention what is the percentage. And price variance, where we can map means in accounts payable setup, invoice matching, price tolerances. You can mention here price tolerance. How much percentage you want. This is price variance. At that time, you can map for all items for all vendors. If you want specific item, specific vendor, different price you can map. Understood?
Yes, sir.
This is price tolerance, and the total tolerance means it is available in accounts payable module, collapse all, invoice matching. This is setup, accounts payable parameters, invoice validations. Here you need to map total matching and charges matching, transportation charges, loading unloading charges, and here price total tolerance. Price total tolerance means net amount. At the time of purchase order, what is the net amount? At the time of invoice, what is the net amount? I need to discuss. So this is price total tolerance. This is price tolerance. Price tolerance and price total tolerance. Price total tolerance means net amount. What is this? I will explain you tomorrow in detail. So you are going to learn this one about matching policies. Invoice validation or matching policies. We are going to learn in detail tomorrow. So I have given introduction today. Okay, in detail I will discuss with you. I will continue on tomorrow morning.
What's
Any
the
questions?
navigation for the price tolerance?
Sorry?
Price tolerance navigation. Sure.
Okay, price tolerance navigation. Here, accounts payable setup. This one. Accounts payable invoice matching setup. Accounts payable invoice matching setup. Price tolerances. This is price tolerance. This is total tolerances. Okay, in detail I will discuss with you in more details. There is a lot of subject. 1 hour I need to discuss. 45 minutes to 1 hour it will be. In detail I will discuss with you tomorrow. Yeah. Any more questions, team? Anyone?
Sir, how to record bank payments? Like where the check number, like online transfer bank payments.
Sorry, bank
Online
transfer.
transfer. No,
So
like
you need to do
when
online transfer independently. You need to do online transfer independently, and that reference number you need to enter as a reference number in the system.
then check number will be the reference number, you mean?
Okay. While doing vendor payments, you will create one more method of payment, vendor payment journal for online payments, NEFT or whatever it is, online transfer. Okay, you can click on here and select vendor bank payment journal. You did payment already, and you have in this method of payment, you need to make reference number as mandatory field. And whatever the transfer number it is there, some number will be reference number will be there. That number you need to enter here. Instead of
So we have a method of payment called electronic payment.
you can create. Who is stopping you?
Yeah. Now I'm saying from the export button, we have a check and things like that. The format, the file format.
I will tell you, electronic payment or like online payment. Okay, in this you can map whatever the way you want. Bank. If you are not selecting, you need to select in the transactions, whatever it is. Okay, and you can select here offset account type bank, and you will not select this one. You will select payment reference.
Yeah. Thank you. There is no setup as like when we go and do for a check. There is no setup file format is needed here, isn't it?
Because it is you are transferring online, and you can enter this one. Once it is done, you can go to like vendor payment. You can reference number, you can use it. That's it.
Yep.
Clear, Satish? Satish, any
Yes, sir.
confusion?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Yeah. Anyone has any questions anymore?
Sir, how to create main account? Like, is a part of chart of account upload?
Yeah, chart of accounts only. It is simple only. So in the general ledger, chart of accounts, chart of accounts. So suppose new COA. Usually we will not create manually. First this one name we will create, and main accounts you can create one. Suppose 110150. So ICICI Bank, or suppose like let me write ICICI Bank. While creating, you need to mention what is the type, main account type. See, one account you can create. After that, you can export this one. You can export this chart of accounts using DMF, data management framework, and you can fill the details like a bank account number and name and type, and you can import all 500 or 600 numbers at a time. Understood?
Yes.
Using data management framework, you can export. I will show you this one later.
Okay.
Workspaces, you can use data management workspace.
Yes, that is pending point, sir.
You can export the Excel file. You can export and you can import. Understood?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Got it? Then it will one transaction data will be there, and you can import. Then import means while importing in the Excel file, you will fill the details of this one and this one and this one, remaining as this. Make sense? I will show you detailedly. Most probably after like 10 days or something, I will discuss with you about how to export and import. Okay. Any more questions, team?
Sir, is there any problem with the this virtual lab? I was trying to work on it, but I was not getting some errors.
See, actually, that is from Microsoft. I don't have any control. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work. That is only for temporary. In the initial
Sir,
15 days.
where it is working, sir.
So now it is, if you are using, means the company creation process, it will not be finished in the company, in that demo data, right? Trial version. So if it is not working, like we don't have any reference to ask. That is Microsoft managed servers. If it is installed in your local system, whenever you want, you can open it and you can do it. That one I cannot predict. Okay, in Satish or someone else. Syed, I think Syed.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Any more questions, team? Anyone?
Sir, we were discussing beginning of the class regarding the bank account, two bank account, one ledger. Sir, if ever we create a two bank account, one ledger, we cannot reconcile, correct, sir?
So in the trial balance, it will not show differently. If it is in the trial balance, if you want to see, it is very difficult to differentiate. Am I right?
Yes, sir. We cannot do the reconciliation properly.
Yeah, it's not reconciliation. Yeah, I agree with you. Partially, it is reconciliation. That is one
Yeah.
of the important point. Not only reconciliation. Okay, reconciliation is a major part, and along with this
Yeah.
one, you cannot separate it. It is not it is not easy for look at the like CFO,
To
CEO.
identify.
Yeah, CEO or CFO is monitoring this reports. He will confuse a lot.
Yes, yes, correct, exactly.
Yeah,
It should be account wise, different ledger.
separate account. Separate account for
Yes.
each bank account has different
Each.
main account. That will be good. That is the best practice.
Yeah, yeah, that will be best practice. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any more questions, team? So if nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time. See you all. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.